Good morning, not new, welcome back. Make sure you guys are subscribed so that way you know when I get up, when I do uploads or do lives. Also, make sure you're following me on Facebook because I'll either do a live here or I'll be on Facebook. It won't be both anymore. So if you are not following me, hey Linta, on one or the other, then you need to make sure you are on both. Alright, so give me just a second. Let me share this video into a couple of groups on Facebook. Let's see. How are you doing this? Or it's evening where you are. How are you doing this evening, Alinta? Alright. Good. Hey, Michelle. Let me just share in a few groups really fast. Whew. So I still haven't had a chance to touch up the little brassy part, so I've got to get around to doing that. Hopefully today. So I decided today to do the subtle look, so we'll do that so you guys will have something to refer to for tomorrow if you want to be able to do a look for tomorrow. So in the morning I'm going to do the cut crease. The cut crease one, although I was kind of thinking I should probably let Joe do it, but maybe I'll do it in the morning and then I'll have him recreate it in the afternoon, so give him something he can do. Okay. This is so slow sharing it this way because when you're already live on Facebook, all you have to do is click on the video, hit share, and you can just share it to like as many groups as you want. But this way you literally have to do each individual group when you're sharing from YouTube. So it takes a minute. Y'all just bear with me. Ooh, live with Lois. So I have been thinking that maybe I should go ahead and do my raffles, but do them on my business page. So if you guys are interested in the raffles, let me know. I'll continue to do them on my business page. I did find out that you can do them on your business page, but I gotta figure out a way I can do it where legally it's like all okay or whatever. I'm not sure what I gotta do, but I'll figure it out. So if you guys are still wanting to see raffles, participate in those, let me know. I do have some really cool stuff to sell or raffle off, so I'm really excited about that. Alright, still sharing here. Still sharing. How many days we got left, Alinta, for your tattoo? How many days? How many days? I'm so excited about this trip too, so I'll be doing like some vlogging while we're gone. If you guys are interested, let me know like what parts you guys want to see when we get there. This is gonna be so much fun. I am so excited about this trip. So darn excited. Like you have to know it. We leave on the 18th. So it's going to be a group of like 4 or 5 of us. We're going to drive all the way from Florida. So it's like a 30 to 35 hour drive. Times like this, I wish I had, what do you call those? Like a laser beam. Beam me up, Scotty. I really wish that was possible. I would be scared though to go into a laser beam. Can you imagine coming out and everything be distorted? Your leg be like attached where your arm is and stuff. Can you just like what do you do? Do you get back in it and try to go back the way you came? Like what happens? I don't know. I'd be frightened. Like I'd have to let them work out the kinks before I got into one. Just saying. That would just completely be insane to me. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, I never get to travel. And Florida is so flat. So, we're going to be completely nerdy. So like when we start driving and start seeing mountains and hills and stuff, we're going to be like, "Oh my god, they're so beautiful" because we're Florida. We're all from Florida. I think Andrea's from Georgia, and Amanda lives in Georgia, but she's from Florida too. So we're gonna be so nerdy. I'm telling you, it is gonna be so crazy. So you're gonna get to see us like I'm gonna vlog. It sounds so fancy. I never vlog, so that's gonna be fun. So we're gonna vlog on our way down there just a little bit, and then when we get there, our group did win the presidential suite. So I'm so excited about that. So, what that means is that, hey Maritza, what that means is that we get to have the party room. So I plan to bring lots of makeup, of course, and I'm gonna do a couple people's makeup, and I'll probably do that live if you guys are interested in seeing that. Maybe what I'll have you guys do is like I'll do a poll. Thank you. I'll do a poll and see who you guys want to see get done. I don't know. So y'all might want to be thinking about who you guys want to see. And then also, I don't know. I would like to go take the ladies. Like, we're going to have to do something for dinner on the night of the 21st. So I was thinking we should just go hit up a karaoke bar, but that's just me. That would be completely fun. I mean, come on. Like, wouldn't that be fun? That would be so fun. So fun. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. I just, who am I? So, I mean, what should we do? I can bring stuff and we can karaoke in our presidential suite. I could do that too. I'm just saying, I got stuff. Never been to one. Oh my gosh, Michelle, they're fun, but they're not fun if you go by yourself. It's fun if you go with somebody. It's like a lot of fun. So, I wish you could go with us to Utah. That would be so much fun for you to go. Oh my gosh, you would have a blast. So, and I don't drink. I don't know if there's going to be alcohol involved, but if there is, I'll be designated driver. Whoever wants to drink, they can. That's totally up to them, but I don't think that I'm going to be drinking myself. So, alright, I'm done sharing. I've done shared a whole bunch. So, let me pull up the look I'm doing today to show you guys. So this one's a little more subtle than yesterday's. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to do this. I don't think I'll be putting the rhinestones on though. So a little more subtle. See, she's got the blue eyeliner and more like a it looks like a peachy color eye. She does have a little tiny hint of red. It appears to be red eyeliner under the eye, but it almost, I don't know, it's hard to tell. It doesn't look red. So, I have red lip liner. I just don't know if I want to put red liner under my eye. I'll probably use, I'll figure it out. Alright, you ready to do this? Let's get this party started. I've already moisturized and primed. So, for foundation today, the foundation I used yesterday was okay. It wasn't my favorite. I usually mix this L'Oreal Total Cover Infallible. Yeah, I'm gonna do that picture that I just showed Mickey. It's like a neutral eye with a blue eyeliner, and I have a friend that sent me a unique blue eyeliner. You know who you are. This is in the shade Polar, and if you look at this, do you see how it looks glittery? The thing I hate about glittery eyeliners is that when you use them, it looks like the glitter is separate from the eyeliner. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it does to me. But check this out. So Unique did their thing, girl. I'm telling you. So when you do it, when you swatch it, do you see how the glitter looks like it's in the eyeliner? So you do catch the little glimpses, and of course the lighting will be better. In natural light, it'll catch it a lot better. But it goes on so smooth. Yeah, I'll just a couple more swatches. But do you see how you can see the little glimmers in there? It doesn't look like glitter that will actually fall off, and it doesn't look like the glitter stayed on the pencil. It actually looked like it was. So if you guys are interested in buying a Unique pencil that has the glitter in it, go find you somebody that sells it, because I do not. This is not sponsored. It's not sponsored. And if you want to buy from one of my friends, let me know, and I will recommend you somebody. Okie dokie. If you don't have your own Unique friend. I mean, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. They're taking over the world, honey. Take it over. All right. I'm so dramatic. I see Unique people. Remember The Sixth Sense? That was like my favorite movie for a while. Like, I loved that movie so much. Wasn't that just crazy at the end when you found out that dude was dead the whole time? Woo, freaky. Talk about crying. Oh my gosh, I bawled my eyes out. Oh. Ooh, you can tell I'm torching. This, the only thing I don't like about this foundation is very thick. Foundation. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. Okay. Ooh. Now, I didn't wash my beauty blender, but you see it. Is it Harry Potter? It could be. Something just came on. It's channel 2, so it could be. I love Harry Potter. I haven't seen, didn't they come out with a new one, or they're going to? It's like the prequel or something. I don't know. Yeah, it is Harry Potter. Hogwarts. Yes. Hogwarts. Yeah, oh gosh. Okay, so here we go. So the thing about this foundation, it is super thick. So this is what it looks like. It's squeezed out the tube. It just looks like a little pile of poop right there. So you could take a concealer brush and dot it on if you wanted to. I'm just going to take my little brush. I'm going to spread it with this brush and go back in with the beauty blender and just pat it all down nice and pretty. I'm like, what is that sound? It's my bracelet. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Look at my Harry Potter friends. So I bought the Harry Potter makeup brushes, and then I ended up selling them in one of my live auctions that I did on Facebook. And then I ran across another brush, so like I still have one to sell. The wands, you know what I'm saying? The wands. The wand brushes. I still have one. Actually, I may not need that beauty blender after all. Looks like this brush is getting it pretty good. So I'm trying to get down to the bottom of my my stash of primers, and I ran across my Smashbox oil primer. And I used to love that one so much until I run across the Wet n Wild one, which is a lot cheaper. So I was like, let me finish using this because that one little bottle lasts forever. So, but I mean, if you don't have oily skin or you don't have have to battle with that, it is a good primer. But because I have oily skin, my makeup doesn't last as long with it. But that one bottle will last you what seems like forever. If you guys do want to get it, it is expensive and it looks like you don't get a lot, but you literally just need like 1 to 2 drops and it does your whole face. Don't do any more than 2 drops or it sabotages your makeup. It will start oxidizing because it is an oil. It doesn't play well with a lot of foundations, but if you only use 1 to 2 drops, it works just fine. And it does come with its own dropper. Now the sample size one, like the one I got, did not come with a dropper. So I just take my finger and I put it over the cap and I just tip it over. You're welcome. I just tip it over and I do that on 2 fingers and that's enough to do literally my whole face. And then you definitely need to make sure that your primer is having time to settle into your skin and absorb before you go in with any foundation. Please. Because if you know anything about cooking, it's like cooking your face. If you know anything about cooking, oil and water just do not mix. So if you have a foundation that has ingredients like water, sometimes they don't play well with each other and they tend to separate instead of marrying each other. This foundation looks so light. It used to be too dark and then I just went and tanned and especially after doing yesterday's makeup, that was a little darker. So I'm going to have to definitely use some bronzer today, which I always do anyway, so, you know. We're good. We're good. I went a couple of days without using my peel mask. Bronzer! I went to Burlington yesterday and I looked around. And they did have some Physicians Formula stuff, but they did not have the butter bronzer. So I may go look for it because so many people are raving about that freaking bronzer. I hope it's not shimmery because I don't like shimmery bronzers. I don't like them. I don't like them. So who all is here? If you're having a hard time chatting, make sure you're signed in. If you still can't chat, I think there's an option for the chat. Country Mama Rob. Who's that? I love the name, but is that Roberta? Angela. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't like the shimmery. I don't like the shimmery one. Alright, so I think I got the foundation on my face, and actually I still have some left over on there, so. Hey girl, hey! There's my roommate. My roommate for Beauty Week. Okay. Good morning, Christine. The chocolate. Did you see the bronzer that I got from, was it a bronzer? It might have been a bronzer and highlighting palette. I got, it was a Profusion one. I mean, it was like super duper cheap. And, it's cute, but it didn't smell like chocolate, which was a huge letdown. You know how like you get something, you're like, oh, it's gonna be so. It looked like these palettes. I had showed it at one point or another. Maybe I should use it today. I don't know if the bronzers are dark enough now though. Hold on. Let me see, honey. Okay. Hello, where are you? Oh, it's right here. There. Okay. Yeah, I think I had bronzers and highlighters in it, so I stuck it with the highlighters. So it's a Profusion. This is what it looks like. And, you know, you look at this and you're like, yes, it's going to smell like chocolate. Of course, you can't open it in the store. But it does have, like, one big bronzer. It is a matte bronzer, and you have 3 highlighters. So, actually, that bronzer, I might be able to use it. Let's try it. I have not tried this bronzer. Like, what? Yes, girl. I haven't tried it. So we're going to try that today. And it does come with its own little, like, tutorial paper. Hey! You are! Yay! you're almost there. Pretty soon you'll be popping that baby out. Popping that baby out. But it is super cute. It's compact. You can take it with you. Maybe I'll use the highlighters in there today too, just to see how it works. Alright, so we need to conceal our face. Alright, I'm going to just use the Makeup Revolution one today. And I think I'm going to use my Booty Blender since I wet it for nuttin'. Alright, so this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define one. This is the one they're saying is comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape one. Gosh, my face looks so white compared to my neck. Don't look at me. Alright, this concealer is not a braiding concealer. I should have gotten a lighter shade. But you could not, they didn't have this shade. They didn't have this shade open to be able to test. And the one that was like, that they did have was not dark enough. And then the one after it was too dark. And so there was like 2 or 3 that were in this lineup that I was wishing they had testers out for, and they didn't. And I probably just shouldn't have bought it if I didn't see a tester for it. But I did, because it's the first time I saw it at my Ulta, and I was like, oh, I gotta have it. So you want to make sure that you are patting in your concealer, girl. Blend it in. And make sure you're using a damp beauty blender. If you are using a beauty blender and you have not dampened it, you could potentially be soaking up so much product. And so if you find yourself going through product, that's probably a big reason why. It could be because of that. So if your beauty blender is damp, it does a couple of things. One, it helps keep your sponge from, hey Kathleen! One, it helps to keep your beauty blender from soaking up all your product. And two, because it's wet, it makes your sponge, more fluffy. So it covers more of the area. 3, it also like makes the pores, like this one doesn't have pores, but if you use a beauty blender that has pores, it kind of expands it so the pores aren't as obvious. So when you're putting it on your face, it shouldn't be as bad. But this is this is actually my absolute favorite. I hate them because I feel like product gets stuck inside the sponge. You know, you have to wash it forever. What it seems. Sorry guys, my YouTube app keeps restarting. If it's not Facebook acting up, it's YouTube. It will be that one, honey. You could use it for you could also use it for powders and stuff too. I'm gonna use a darker. I've got to use a darker powder today. Let me open these. Normally I will mix my powders to get the color that I need, but I haven't done that in a while. So I've got 2 CoverGirl powders. I have translucent honey. I have honey, translucent honey, and then I have medium. So medium sometimes is too light, and the honey can be too dark. So I'm gonna mix the 2 of them. We're gonna get a color. Don't be afraid to experiment. So if you can see that this one is a lot lighter. That one's too light. This one's too dark, although I might be there. Good morning, Kathy. So I got me a little bowl. That what I do. Yeah. Yep. Concealer, girls. Listen, I used to never use concealer. I used to just use foundation, and I have just found the nice, beautiful, wide world of concealer. Oh, these little sponges. If you guys never use these little beauty puffs, these are actually a good thing to use. I'll show you how to use it today. If you have one, a lot of people do it wrong, and I didn't know that I was doing it wrong until I watched a video. So I'm gonna show you guys the proper way to use one of these little sponges. If you guys are if you're not interested, just say I don't even care. I don't even care. Don't worry about showing me about anything about that stupid little sponge and just throw it out. But I was for a while throwing out those little puffs because I was like, It's messy. It's aggravating. Like I used to hate them so much, and now I love them. I love them. I actually found out how to properly use them, and they're not messy. They're not. You just have to know how to use them. Is all. That's all. All right. Sorry, these have seals in them, so I have to open them, and I have a random hair stuck to my face. All right. Thank you for bearing with me. Bearing with me. It says peel here, but I can't even get my fingernail under it. It's like so flat. Come on now. Come on. We're getting somewhere. Any of you guys do that too? Mix your loose powders. Ah. I have got powder all over me now. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's in my shirt. It ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna have to wipe my shirt. Alright, so I'm just gonna take, you know, and you can, the good thing about this is that you can totally mix more of another color if you feel like you have too much of one shade. You can go back and mix in a little bit more of one or the other, you know, just to make your own custom shade. So that's the cool thing about this. And just pay attention too that when you are creating your own shade, and you have to pick these out at the store, pay attention because there's different setting powders. Sometimes you can get them where they're matte. You gave it away. I've had that. Oh, I know, it gets in your foundation before you set it. It sucks so bad. But yeah, so I don't remember what I was, see, I got mommy brain. I can't remember what I was saying. Anyway, when you're mixing your powders, just make sure that you are testing a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying about the powders. There's different powders, so you can get ones that have shimmer in it, so just be careful. Because if you are not going for a shimmery look, sometimes they'll have little shiny stuff in it. It looks like glitter whenever you hit the light. It's bad. So just pay attention to what which one you're getting. If it's possible to swatch it in the store, swatch it in the store. Alright, so this is the color that I just came up with. I hope it's light enough. Alright, so what you do is now normally your little sponge would be inside the bowl, right? In the top. So what you do is you dip it in the product, and then this looks all messy, right? So this looks all messy, but what you do is you fold it in half. You're supposed to fold it in half, and you just kind of rub the stuff in there together. Like you rub it into the sponge, and this is how you keep it from getting all over the place whenever you're using it. Now I like the bigger ones. I know the ones in the Coty Airspun, they come a lot bigger than this. And anyway, so you just press it in there. Just press it in there, and then now it's not not going to fall all over my clothes and all that. So now you just take it and you just go in and you just press it. And you know what I didn't do was set my under eye. I forgot. I'm about to do it. Hold on. I'll set my under eye. I just need to be careful not to get under there. I'm going to use my Maybelline for that. But this little sponge actually does press it in really nicely. And I don't feel like I have to go back in and re-dip because it holds enough product that you don't have to go back in and re-dip, in my opinion. I should have went in with my Maybelline first. I was sitting here talking about this stuff and I forgot. So let me go in and hopefully I didn't just ruin everything. Alright. So you're going to take your powder, and I'm using the Maybelline translucent powder now for my under eye. The reason why I use a translucent is because I don't want to use a dark colored, like I use a tinted color for the rest of my face to add more coverage, but I don't need coverage over the concealer. I feel like it's a little too much, and I like the color that I usually pick for the concealer, so there's really no need to go like a different color for that. So I like to go in with the translucent powder under the eye. But if you're using translucent, make sure, again, it's not a shiny translucent powder, because they do make those. They do make them, girl. Make sure you're getting one that is sheer, like you can see right through it. And then if you are planning to do somebody's makeup, it's a good idea to have a translucent powder in your kit, because what happens is you're not going to always work with somebody with the same skin tone as you, so it's good to have a nice translucent powder. So I highly recommend this one. You can use it all over the face and it will match anybody. So that's the Maybelline Master Fix. Walmart did have them on sale for $5. I don't think they're on sale anymore, because I went up there to check and they were just like, nope, regular price. Well, the only one at my Walmart that they had out. I was looking for more, trust that. I'm like, where's the rest of the $5 ones, y'all? They was hiding them from me. You can't hide them from me. Alright, we're going to put this up. Alright, so now let's get busy. We're going to go ahead and put some bronzer on. Alright, so we're going to go in with that Profusion. I found this at Burlington, and it couldn't have been too much money or I wouldn't have bought it, but it's super cute. I think it's adorable. So let's see if adorable counts as far as workability here. We'll see. So I always use more than one bronzer because I have been using bronzer for contour, and you know, and not everybody can get away with that. If you're a warm skin tone, it'll work better for you versus a cool skin tone. So just keep that in mind. And real contour actually does things for you that bronzer can't do. So just also remind yourself about that. So contour works really great for days when I am losing my mind. I knew I bought this bracelet. Now I have two of them. Look at those stones on that. Sorry, I just saw it over there in my jewelry kit, and now I see it sitting up here too. I knew it. I bought it again because I was like, I can't find that bracelet, and it matches the necklace. Sorry, like squirrel, right? Squirrel moment. Anyways, so contouring works really great when you have an event to go to. So like you're trying to get all fancy and stuff, and you need like a nice sharp contour, works really great. So I haven't really been doing anything too fancy lately, so I don't really feel the need to have to contour. But I do have some great contour kits. If you guys are interested, I do have a video up about that. Okay, girl, have fun at work. Yeah, so I have a couple of really great contour kits. If you guys are just starting out and you don't know what kind of contour to get, practice with a cheap contour first. And I recommend the Wet n Wild highlight and contour palette. Is literally got 2 shades. You can't mess it up. You cannot mess it up. Because, you know, that's the thing, is when you buy a kit and it's got like 12 shades in there and you don't know which one, like, which one do I use? You play a guessing game. But with the Wet n Wild one, there's one contour, one highlight. You cannot mess it up. So that's one of the good things about using that particular one. So that's the one that I practiced with. Thank you. You're so sweet. So, and then as you move up, you can move into a better one. So I do recommend the one that I have from Because. And not only because I sell it, listen, even if you didn't buy it from me, I still recommend it. But the ones from Because, there's 2 different palettes. There's a darker one and a lighter one. The lighter one is, of course, for a lighter skin tone, and then, you know, you have the darker one. But here's the cool thing. It comes with a highlight in it that is beautiful. Each one of them have their own, like, one highlighter in it, like a shiny highlight. So it's like a contour and highlighting palette, and each one of them has a warm tone, at least one warm tone and one cool tone contour, so you can use it for bronzer. Yeah, this is a cool tone bronzer. I usually use warm tone ones. So this almost looks more like a contour to me, because it's kind of, I'm going to go over it with a warm tone bronzer in a little bit. But it doesn't look like the same color as it is in the package, though, does it? It does look cool tone. I was thinking that too. Which, I don't know, it kind of does look more cool tone in the package. Maybe I'm just me. That's just me, girl. But it definitely doesn't smell like chocolate, which is kind of upsetting. I'm like, oh, what's your chocolate scent? Somebody spray chocolate on my face. Have you guys tried the L'Oreal, the chocolate lipsticks? The matte chocolate lip? Oh my gosh, y'all. For real. If you haven't tried it, you need to. Just go out and get them now. They smell so good. They smell so, and I don't know if they all have a different scent, but they all have different names. Like, you know, they're named after a flavor. I don't think I have the CVS app. No. But I do have one of their rewards cards. I don't ever seem to actually have points on it, though. I'm like, how do you actually earn points in CVS? Like, I hear people talking about it all the time. Like, you get coupons. Okay. Oh, I finally found another one of these brushes so I can sell it. I found one. I was like, yay! Because I've been looking and looking and looking, and I couldn't find them in the store. But I finally found it. So if anybody wants one, you let me know, girl. Let me know. This is so pigmented. Do you see how dark that is? Oh my gosh. That is so dark. I like went in. I'm gonna have to blend the crap out of this. This definitely feels like a contour. It does not look like a bronzer to me. Bronzers are more warm. Hey, Jen! No Facebook. I'm not doing, Smash the Nose. I'm not doing a double live stream anymore. I need to figure out my other phone, the one that I use, will not record any more than, like, so many minutes, so I'm just frustrated with that. So I'm going to have to get another device that will. Okay, so that's blending out nice. Yeah, they usually are warmer, you're right. But you know, that didn't turn out too bad. I've got to check out this app now. Thanks a lot, you're going to make me spend money. It's going to be all your fault. When I'm over there going through the gigs, girl, I'm going to be like, Kathleen sent me. Okay. The $10 off? No, I didn't. Let me see, where did it say that at? You can get 10 off of 15. What? So you basically pay $5? Get out of here. Is that what you're saying? You can pay $5 for something you would normally pay $15 for? Don't you be playing with my emotions now. Don't you be playing with my emotions. Get me all worked up and excited. What? So it's basically like you're getting it for free, huh? Alright, so I'm going to use the deep bronzer from, because I need to get a new one. I broke it. I'm itchy. I don't want to scratch off all my makeup. Okay. This bronzer you really don't need a whole lot with, but this one is more of a, it almost seems like a red tone bronzer, this deep bronze one. Huh. You secretly work for CVS. Huh. I see you. I see you there. I see you there. Alright, quick show of hands. Who, looking at the screen, sees that the subscribe button is red? Go on and fess up. Come on. Come on with it. If the subscribe button is red, that means you have not been officially introduced into the family of Live with Lois. You are not subscribed. You will not get the notifications. You got to be subscribed. if your button is gray, give yourself a great big hug from me. Oh, girl. I'm sorry. Hey, but you know what? At least you got a city bus to ride. I mean, some people might have to walk, huh? So be thankful that... Hit the bell. There you go. Yes. That's my personal assistant right there. She will let you know what you need to do. Yeah, you know, that would suck, especially if it rains and stuff and you have to walk up to the bus stop and all that. That would suck. Yeah. Oh, cool. Man, I tell you, I love me some jewelry. I do. I do. I love jewelry. Okay, so like, I know you can see this over here. I have a slight obsession. I have a slight obsession with head head jewelry. And what I mean by head jewelry is the pieces that dangle here. So I buy them, I use them, I sell them, and yeah. I love them so much, but I won't actually wear them out of the house. I just use them for my pictures. I mean, I'll use them if I have like some event or something I'll go to and I want to be extra fancy. But yeah, I have so many. I have ones with feathers and all kinds. And I tell you, I love them. They're so pretty. Alright. I have got to use this tart. I'm almost done. Look. Almost done with it. Some of them are adjustable though, Mickey. They are. Some of them are adjustable. Of course, I'll probably look for it and I can't find it. But, alright, for example. Alright, this one's like an antique type one. I have a necklace that is actually the same way, but it's got the this one is so pretty. Okay, so like this one it goes over the top and it dangles like that, but it's adjustable. So like this thing right here, see, it's adjustable. So have no fear. If you want to buy one, girl, I got one for you. $5. $5. All right. Yeah, I don't remember how much I paid for all of them, but I'm sure $5 I'd still be able to make a little bit of money and give them to you for a good price. A lot of them are like this one right here was originally $10. This one was originally $18.50. Wow. That's actually, now I'll tell you what, I would probably go visit her little table at the flea market. Joe was wanting to go to the flea market. I don't really like the flea market too much. I don't know what it is about the flea market. I used to go all the time when I was a kid, and maybe that's it. I'm just burnt out because my aunt used to have this booth out there. My mom would go help her all the time. We'd be stuck out there all day long. Be roaming the flea market, causing a ruckus, talking to the people. I used to like to walk around and find coins. Like, I'd feel like I was so rich once I had, like, ended up with $1. Then I'd go spend it at the concession stand. Now you go to the flea market. I don't like eating at the concession stand. It looks so freaking gross. Like, you get up there and it's like, this is not sanitary. There's no way that's sanitary. I guarantee you probably got roaches back there. I do like seeing the homemade stuff. That amazes, listen, anybody that does homemade stuff always amazes me. It's so creative. I love to see stuff that people make. That's why, like, you know, when Andrea does her beading and stuff like that, like, it just impresses me so much. It impresses me. Yeah, my mom and stepdad, they buy their veggies from the flea market. Yep, they do that too. Yeah, and that impresses me too, because, girl, I can kill a cactus. So if you can grow vegetables, you're like a hero in my book. Alright, so I'm going to use the brown today. The brown. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use this. Yeah, I'll use that just for a portion of it, but I'm going to use my Milani one. I need it to look a little more natural because the eye look I'm doing is a little more natural. Bye, Kathy. Okay, yeah, I don't have a P.O. box. I'll just, PM me, so it'll remind me, and I will send you my address, because, you know, I'll forget. Yeah, just send me a PM. Thank you. You don't have to send me anything, so I really appreciate that. Okay. So I'm going to use the Milani one first, and then I'll go in with the gel, with the Ebony New York gel, to do the little lines in the front. Alright, here we go. Oh, you know what I didn't do was I didn't use my banana powder. I try to explain stuff as I go, because I have watched so many videos, so many where people do stuff, and like, it's frustrating because you watch the video and then they didn't explain it, and then you try it and then it didn't turn out the way that they did it, and it just like, what did I do wrong? Like, I don't know what I did wrong. And like, and you go back and you try to watch again, and it just gets so frustrating. So that's why I like to explain stuff as I go. But some things I'll give you bits and pieces of. Like, if I've said it before, I try not to be repetitive, because I don't want you guys to get bored with watching me. Like, if I say the same thing over and over and over, I try not to have to do that. But when it comes to, like, especially when I'm using new stuff, I like for you guys to, like, get a little bit of input of, like, what I'm using and why I use it that way or whatever, because it just seems a little helpful. Alright, so I do want to try a new eyeshadow primer. It's not new, but it's new to me. Like, I haven't used it. This one is the Urban Decay one. It says it's a long-lasting eyeshadow. I think I might have used one from their line before, but not this particular one. So we're going to try this out today. Okay, so it is a tinted one. How to use gel. Best thing to do is to start off with a powder. Once you get the powder down and you know how you like to do your brows, then move into, I would start off with, you know, those little mascara looking ones, or a pencil. So once you get down, like, you kind of have to do it in baby steps. I know it sounds bad. You have to do it in baby steps. So the easiest to use is a powder, to be honest. Now, is it going to look like, you can't get the same look out of a powder as you can a gel. The eyebrows that I have right now, yeah, believe me, they are a lot bushier than this. I have to tweeze and trim just to get them to look like this. But yeah, so, but for sure, you really need to practice. Yeah, and you know, the thing about with the gel and stuff is that you have to make sure you have a nice spoolie to brush it out, because it really looks complete. It does. Gel usually will make you look unnatural, like it won't look natural at all. So you kind of have to brush it and get the chunks, because it can get chunky up in there. You know, it leaves behind like chunks of it. So you really need to make sure you're brushing it out. That's important too. Alright, so let me go ahead and highlight under my brow. Under my brow. So that banana, this is an Ofra banana setting powder. You can use this powder to bake if you're a baker. I'm not a baker. I'm not a baker. I mean, I guess I kind of bake under my brow, but I don't do it under my eye like a lot of people. It makes me look really dry, so I don't do that. Yeah, see, if you can find a powder, like the gel like you're talking about, that says NYX makes an eyebrow sealer too, so that's kind of cool. But the only thing about using powder is that it's not weatherproof, it's not sweat proof, it's not sleep proof. So if you're a napper, you have to sleep on your back. And I don't know if you accidentally turn over in your sleep, but you're screwed when you wake up. You wake up with no eyebrows. So that's the only thing about using powder. But yeah, so what I mean by bake is you take a powder, and it's usually lighter than your skin tone. It's to brighten. So once you put concealer or something on, you'll take that powder and pack it on, just like I did this. I just patted it on. You pack on a bunch usually. This isn't nearly as much as most bakers will use. But you pack on a bunch and you let it sit for a couple minutes, and then you sweep it away. And what it did was, they call it baked because your natural body heat will cause it to like fuse with whatever's underneath it, and it'll stay bright like that color when you sweep it away. So they call it baking. They call it baking. I know, it's such a weird term. Baking. Betty Crocker up in here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go in with this Milani stuff right here. Just in case, right, Michelle? Yes, I hear you, girl. Alright. So I do like that this looks a little more natural than, right, yeah, I know. This looks a little more natural than the other stuff, and it doesn't dry as fast as the Ebon New York. So just take it, we're going to brush it up. Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing about the Ebon New York. It dries fast, too. You really have to work it really fast, which is hard to do, especially if you're a beginner. So it kind of helps if you practice with something else first. I do have something I bought from, I can't remember what brand it is, but it's interesting to me because it comes with a pencil on one side and then it's a pomade on the other side. And I've tried it once. I think I might be ready to try it again. We'll see. You know how sometimes you use something, it just doesn't work out. Don't just toss it. Give yourself a little bit of time because it could just be that you don't have the technique yet to use it. So what you need to do is set it to the side, give it a little bit, a few days at least. Do some research on the product. Go to YouTube, type it up, look it up. See if somebody is doing a video using the product, and then go back in and try it again. That's what I recommend. So you're not A, wasting your money, and B, you're learning something new. It really pushes you to try some new stuff. And you know, and you may end up using that same technique with a different product. So that is just nice to have under your belt, different techniques that you can use for different products. So I'm just going back in and I'm pulling some of that product that was up high down a little bit. See, it does give a little more of a natural brow versus the Ebon New York is super dark, super opaque. You can't see through it. It's like really dark. So this is, even though this is the darkest shade that they have, it still isn't like completely looking like I just took a marker to my eyebrow and had at it. Although they do sell markers for your brows. Hey Michelle, hey girl. They do have eyebrow markers, believe it or not. It is real. It is true. It is true. Alright. Take that product, see how I just kind of went along the bottom, so I'm going to take that product and I'm going to push it upward so there's not like a line. Thank you, Kathleen. Yeah, you can get them. You know what, you need taupe. Excuse me, taupe. You need a taupe one. There is, It Cosmetics makes a pencil. If you want a pencil, they make a pencil that's called Universal Taupe. That's a good one. Also, the Brow Gal makes a gel. I have one. It's super light. I've used it on my blonde clients before. Hey, Amanda. And it is really light. It'll work for you, I'm sure. You guys, if you don't know that Amanda does her little tutorials here on YouTube, make sure you check her channel out. Check it out. She does cute little edited videos. You know, I don't have time to do them. I am going to start doing edited videos. I just, for some reason, my camera does not like to, my extra one does not like to record, I found out, record more than 30 minutes. So I'm going to have to get a different device, I guess, to do my 3-hour videos. So that's what I do like about this particular brow gel from Milani. It does feel. Oh, Jen, at least you got a job. You got a job. Yes, that's exciting. Remember when you went for the interview and you're like, I hope I get this job, and now you're like, oh, I gotta go to work. See, you gotta be like, I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying? That's what it should be like. Free coffee. Oh, I'd be excited too. Seriously. Do that. I want Roger to do your voiceover. How funny would that be? Oh my gosh, that would be so good. Alright, so I'm done with this part. I'm going to go ahead and use my Ebin New York brow gel and use that for the little hairs in the front. Make sure your caps are on your brow products because I'm telling you, they will dry out so fast. So now I'm going to use the Ebin New York. Let me brush this one out just a little bit though. And I do have a stray hair that looks like it's just trying to be the star of the show. He just needs to do it, yeah. Are you going to let him like watch the video first? That way he can kind of gather his thoughts together. Did you see the one Laura Lee's husband did? She just had come out with her palette from Violet Voss. And and it was like, you know, she does like a lot of nudes. So her palette was neutral and it was hilarious. Because he was like, all these shades of poo-poo brown, doo-doo brown. It was hilarious. That was one of the first husband voiceovers that I had seen, and it was good. It was so good. Alright. Alright, so the thing about doing these little points in the front, okay, thank you. Squeeze your tip. Okay, if your brush is dry, you obviously will have to wait till you get some kind of product, but because I was just using the Milani gel stuff, it's working. It'll flatten. But do you see how thin I can get this brush? Not all brushes will do that even whenever you squeeze them. So that's what I love about this particular brush, is that you can get razor sharp lines with this. So when you see me like doing this, that's exactly what I'm doing. So you do that and you dip the tip, just dipping the tip into your brow gel, and then you're gonna flip the brush upside down so the angle's like this. No, I am going to work today. He's gonna have to do it, I'm thinking tomorrow. Not in the morning though. I'll do it after our events. We'll do it whenever we go home. We do have fireworks, so we're gonna come home to do those, but unless we find somebody's house to go crash at for the day. But do you see how natural you can get? They look like real hairs. This brush is amazing. If you guys are looking for a good eyebrow brush, and I'm sorry they don't sell this brush separately, but so this brush comes in a kit, but every brush in that kit is usable. They're practical. You will find a use for them, and I'm telling you, like, it is an amazing kit. But this particular brush is so worth buying this whole kit for. Like the spoolie that I'm using is out of that same kit too. Alright, so you see? What brush is it? This is a Because Cosmetics brush. So the brush comes in a set of, you get 7 brushes in the carrying case, which the carrying case is a very nice carrying case. It is magnetic, first of all, and 2, it's just, you can just tell by the stitching they had took their time and actually made a quality product. These brushes are cruelty free. And you get, like I said, 7 brushes. They're all practical, so you get this. I have a lot of them sitting right here because I use them often. Alright, so you get these 3 brushes. There's also a couple of shader brushes. I know I have them in here. A couple of shader brushes. So you get this one. You've seen me use this in the last few days. I think I even used it yesterday. It's got red on it. This one, you get one like this. It's slightly bigger. This is an amazing like blend. You can use this for blending or smudging. You get this really good, nice detail brush. You can also use it for a lip brush. You've seen me use it for cut creases and any kind of detail work that I've done. And then you also get a blush brush. All right, they're right here. Let's see. So here is, and then you can also use the same blush brush for like contouring. You can use it for your powders. You can use it for, I mean, so many things. And if you need a nice, you can even use it for highlighting. All you do is squeeze the bristles like this, and then you go in however you want to do it. And I mean, I just can't say enough. These brushes are awesome. Yeah, oh girl, we're about to pray. So yes, I will put you on that list. That's scary. I hate flying, especially by yourself. Now, I've flown a handful of times, but it is scary, especially going by yourself. All right, so let's see. I'm trying to find my brushes. They're mixed in here. Let's see. Let's see. All right, let me pull them out. Is that it? No. There it is. So this is the bigger shader brush. And then, let's see. I'm looking for, it probably is, there it is. Is that it? That's it. They're a little shorter than these tall brushes. All right. So 1, 2, 3. Yep, these are the 7 that you get plus the case. Heck yeah! Yep, so these are the 7 that you get, and like I said, they're all practical. So you get this brow one, which is this angled one. You can use it for eyeliner even, because it's just so precise. So brows or eyeliner, you get your spoolie, you get this blending / smudge brush that works great for both. You get 2 sizes. These are also, because they're flat, you can use them for packing on the lid, but because they're also fluffy at the top, you can even use these for blending or in the crease area. This is a really nice detailed brush. You can use it for lips, you can use it for eyeliner. I mean, I've even gotten a wing out of this particular brush. I've used it for cut creases. It's just amazing. And then also your fluffy brush, which is great for applying, obviously, any kind of powder products that you have. So the only thing I find that they're missing out of this collection is something for foundation, but they came out with their booty blenders. So, you know, you can totally get away with doing a whole look with just these particular brushes. I'm serious, like the whole look. These brushes and their booty blender. Inner corner highlight. Yeah, you could even use that for inner corner highlight. That's right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're hired. But yeah, that's why I like this whole set of brushes. This is why I tell you guys, if you need a good set of brushes, I mean, you can't go wrong with this set. That's the thing. That's why I end up with so many brushes, because I buy these sets, and then it's like I only need a couple of them out of it, and then I can't find a use for the rest of them, and you just end up with a bunch of brushes that you just don't need. All right, you guys ready for prayer? All right, we're going to go ahead and pray. We need to make sure that we pray for Michelle, who is flying. All right, ready? Bow your head. Lord, we come to you this morning, and I just want to thank you so much for everybody that has decided to come here and spend their morning with me today, Lord. I appreciate each and every one of them so much for just taking time out of their day and things that they can be doing other than watching this video. So I just pray that they understand how much that means to me, and I appreciate them. Lord, we just need to thank you just for everything you're doing in our lives, and I see you moving in so many people's lives, Lord, especially in the children that have just come back from youth camp at our church, Lord. I just pray that you continue to do for them what you did there, and that they're able to take their knowledge and spread it with other children their age, Lord, to get the word out there about you and what you can do for them in their life, Lord. Right now, I just have to ask that you please let Michelle know that you're in control, that this flight that she's taken, that she's going to be fine, everything's going to go well, that you're in control. Just give her a peace. Just give her some peace, so that way she's able to be restful when she's on this flight and not super nervous. Lord, I just pray right now that she gets there safely and that she gets back safely. Lord, right now, I just ask that you please put your healing hands on Dan as Jess is going through Her whole family's going through the health issues that Dan is going through, Lord. And I just pray that you be there with his family at this time and get them through whatever they have to get through, and just be with the doctors as they heal him, Lord. Right now, I pray that you just give that whole family strength to do what they have to do, and they can come out on the other side and just praise you for everything you've done. Also, Lord, we have people out there that are listening to this right now that might be struggling with health issues, or sickness, or with financial issues, or maybe just a relationship issue where they feel like somebody may have wronged them, or maybe they feel like they have wronged somebody and they don't know how to apologize, or they don't know how to forgive somebody, Lord. I pray that you just reach out to them and let them know that it's okay, that we all make mistakes, and that we are all forgiven under your sacrifice, so we in turn should forgive others. Lord, I pray that we can forgive ourselves when we mess up, and that we're able to move on throughout our day, knowing that you have forgiven us, and that should be enough. And Lord, I just pray that there's somebody out there that is not getting along, especially with somebody very close, that you're able to bond that relationship. You can mend that relationship, Lord. I just want to thank you so much. Thank you for everything you're doing in our lives. And I just want you to know that I do see it. I see the little miracles you give me throughout the day, and I appreciate every single one of them. We love you and we praise you in your son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen. All right. Okay. Our comments aren't scrolling. You can't use brushes for foundation. Use your blender. I have extra blenders on hand if you guys need booty blenders. Yes. Yep, so if you guys need that beauty blender, the Because Cosmetics one is $18, but I do have some extra ones on hand if you guys need one. I can sell you one. Could be using the same one that I use. Alright, let me go ahead and get some eyes done. So, it looks like I think that's Nikki Tutorials. Double check. Yeah, that looks like Nikki Tutorials. And her lipstick looks really pretty. I don't know if it's a metallic lipstick or what. So it almost looks like she has an orange base to her eyeshadow. So I am going to do something. So it looks like she has a gold inner corner highlight. Alright, let me check it out. So it looks like I'm going to probably use this palette right here. We're going to use this palette today. The Makeup Revolution. This is the Iconic Fever palette. So that be the one we're going to use today. Ladies. Okay. Alright, so, okay. I don't know why I keep looking at her picture. It's very basic. I'm like, what do I gotta do? I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to start off with this shade right here. Right there. That'd be the one. Alright. Where is my bowl I tapped stuff off in? Okay. So we're going to go in. I did not put under eye primer on yet. I'll get around to it. So I'm going to use that and just use this color as a transition. And then I'll use that orange and we'll go in a little bit. Let me zoom you guys in. Michelle, let us know when you get to point B so we can know that you're safe. Alright. Okay. So I got that side covered. We got it covered, bubba. I'll do this side now. I'm gonna do this one now. Hey, any of you guys watch Westworld? How many of you guys watch that show? I need some help understanding what the heck is going on there. I am lost. I watched all of the first season and it all made sense up until the second season, and now I don't understand what's going on. I rewatched all of the first season, binge watched everything. Now I'm watching the second season to try to figure it out. I think I've got some of it figured out. Like, I missed a lot of stuff. I'm like, what in the world? Never heard of it. Okay, so I'll tell you what it's about. It's All right, so it's about the future and like what it's supposed to be like. It's very like sci-fi. Um, so Westworld is an amusement park, and what it is they created not aliens. They created robots that look like humans, so that way when people go to Westworld, they are interacting with robots and not people. And you're allowed to do anything you want there. So if you want to murder, if you want to rape, if you just want to have a good time, you want to make a fool of yourself, yeah, cyborgs. Those robots aren't going to judge you. Now, they made them so realistic that they can respond to you just like a human would. You can kill them, they'll die just like a human would. They have to do work on them and bring them back to life. They maintenance them or whatever all the time. Anyway, so that's what this whole TV show is about. It's about this park, and then people go there. And anyway, the whole thing about the show was the robots being so realistic, and them having such good technology on them that they actually become alive and start making decisions on their own, because the way that the thing is scripted for the robots is they have their own storyline, and that they're supposed to be able to they're supposed to only follow their storyline, but they can improvise based on their reactions to you. Like if you take them somewhere, they can improvise, but all in all, they basically have a storyline they're supposed to follow. And they always kind of resort back to that. And so they're worried about the robots actually realizing that they're being, like, they shouldn't have memories, it's just the memories that they gave them, but they're starting to, like, remember stuff that they shouldn't. And it's freaking them out a little bit. But it's a really good show. It's a really good show. But second season's really confusing me. I'm like, where did some of these people come from? I don't know. Alright, so next we're going to go in with this color here. So there is a difference between this one. I have another palette that's got an orange in it. And it's this one. It's really bright orange. But do you see the difference? So it's that one on the corner. And then this one. So I'm not using this orange. I'm going to be using this one. It's a little more subtle. That'd be the one I'm going to use. Alright, so I'm going to take this brush and we're going to just ever so lightly go right in the crease. You guys seem to like these little natural looks that I do. I might actually go in with a little rhinestone under the eye. I don't know if I have any more stars though. But it looks like a clear rhinestone star. I don't know if I have any of those. Is it? I didn't know that they had one. That's interesting. I did not know that it was based off of another show. I don't know if you can YouTube it. I haven't tried that. I know it's on, what channel is it on? Y'all. Is it HBO or something? It might be. I don't know. I forgot which. I wonder if I can look it up. Let me see. Sorry, I'm looking up while I'm doing this. Hulu. Let me see what network it's on. Sorry, this phone is super slow. HBO, yeah, I was thinking, yeah, it is HBO. See? HBO. It is a good show though. I love season 1 was really good. Really good. Thank you for who gave me thumbs up on my video. I appreciate that so very much. y'all very much. Should do a whole video in like a country bumpkin accent. Thank y'all very much for watching my little video. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Of course, it takes a little longer for orange to show up on my skin tone versus someone of Nikki tutorial skin tone. So, alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my fancy little Because Cosmetics brush I told you I like so much. Let me rub off the red on it. I'm going to go in with that orange. I think it is HBO. It's HBO. Alright, so I'm going to put that same orange right on the outer portion of my eyelid, starting at like the center and going back. Okay. Now her eyes are hooded, so it's hard to see exactly what her lids look like. I'm just going off of what I think they might look like. Oh, got you. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's on Showtime though. Alright. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush. I'm going to take a smaller brush, and just to give it a little bit of like a contour, I'm going to take, there's a reddish brown in this. It looks like this. I'm going to take that shade. I love me some Game of Thrones, girl. That's my show. That is my show. I can't wait for the next season. Alright, so I'm taking that color. Yes. Game of Thrones. We need to do like a whole sit down and talk about Game of Thrones when it comes on. Y'all want to do that? Like, just do a video. We'll chat about Game of Thrones, y'all, about what just happened. Like, right when it's over, I'll go live and we'll sit and chat about it. Did you see that bird? Oh my gosh. Like, he was following him, and like, he knew he was throwing the net. So he was, like, watching. And when he I guess he's used to people throwing him fish when they catch it. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? He's smart. I thought for sure he was going to go over there and just hang out with Joe. I mean, he got so close. He was not scared at all. That was very fun. Y'all, I did lose that bet. I did. I didn't know, but I thought the pompano was measured to the tip of the tail. He's like, no, it's to the fork, so technically I did lose. I lost the bet, y'all. He was like, somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they're like, I'm Team Lois. He was like, how about you get your team, and I'll get my team? Okay, girl. He's like, you get your team, and I'll get my team, and we'll see who can outfish who. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, we all get together and fish together, or we just have judges? And he was like, either one, however you want to do it. So we're supposed to go out there tomorrow. If you guys want to come out to Huguenot tomorrow, we're going to come out there. We do have fireworks. Our house isn't big enough to do parties anymore now that our kids are, we've got so many, but you know what I'm saying. Got a lot of kids, and they're all getting big. There's just no room here anymore to do parties. So we got a bunch of fireworks. We need to go find a place we can shoot them off. I mean, we went to Phantom and got some nice fireworks. It'd be nice if we had a friend that had a pool that we can just go crash at their house for the evening. Bye! I really, really am liking this eye look. Okay? I'm just saying. I am loving it. Under the eye looks like it's kind of shimmery. It looks like a reddish, orangish shimmer, which I have one to use, so I'll be using that out of another palette. It's another Makeup Revolution palette. I think I can get away with doing this whole look with this palette. Aww. I totally would too. I mean, we have about $500 worth of fireworks because they were buy one. I had coupons to where I got some stuff for free, and then I got some stuff for like super cheap, and then they were had buy one get one for 99¢. And so we ended up with about $500 or more worth of fireworks when it was all done, and we didn't pay nearly that amount. Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would. They sure would. I wish we had a pool. Alright, so next I'm going to take, for the under eye, there's a shade in this other palette. This one right here. It looks like this. Oh, they're illegal where you are? That's no fun. Actually, let's see. Ooh, look how pigmented that is. I barely touched it. I barely touched it. Alright, let me really touch it. Okay, look. So pretty. So I think that's the color she has under her eye. It looks like that. So we're going to use that. We're going to use that, girl. Okay, let's see. I don't want to use that brush. I kind of... Let me see. I guess I'll use this one. Alright. Here we go. So it does kind of look red, which is kind of important, I guess, for doing a 4th of July look. Okay. The recycling guys out there picking up the recycling. Moses is going crazy. He sounds so scary when he barks and growls. He sounds so big. He's about 60 pounds now. He's not even 7 months yet. In a couple weeks, he'll be 7 months. About a week, actually. Almost a week. Or actually, what is today? Today's the 3rd? Yeah, okay. So on the 12th, he'll be 7 months old. Alright. This is such a pretty formula on this particular bye. This palette. Aww. I can't remember which one of my kids. They used to be so scared. I think it was LJ. He used to be so scared of fireworks. Bye, Christine. Pikachu. Alright, so I feel like I need to blend this one side just a little bit more. Pikachu. Okay. Now I'm going to take a lighter shade. Make sure I get all this. Let's see which one I want to use. Alright, so I'm going to go back to that first palette and see this pale shade right here. I'm going to use that on the inner portion of my lid. Right here. So you just kind of blend it into that lighter shade of orange. I'm going to use a little bit more of that orange on my lid. Bring it over just a little bit. Hi, Della. How are you? Good morning. I have no idea what that says. Sorry. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use that same color that I was just using on my lid. Oh, okay. Doing good. How are you? Doing good. Very good. Alright, I'm looking for a brush. I know I just saw it a minute ago, and now it's like gone. Oh, here it is. It's right here. It's right here. Alright, so I'm going to use that same color I was just using on my lid with this brush. This is the Eco Tools brush. So I'm going to go right under my eyebrow. Right there. Kind of already had a shade there, but we're going to go right over it. Alright, so once you get that on, you kind of want to go back in and blend so that it's seamless right there. You see the difference it makes? Huge difference. Okay. So again, same thing here. And watch the difference that it makes, just blending out the line. Just really small circles. I'm not really doing anything super fancy. And I'm just using the tips of the bristles. So you don't want to like squish the brush on your face or any of that. You're basically just using the tips of the bristles and let the bristles do the work. Do you see how seamless that was? So that's what blending does for you. It totally makes a huge difference. Just go in and blend out the edges, so it just looks like it just melts away. You know what I'm talking about? All right. So next up, let me look at this picture again. All right. Okay. So it looks like she has a really pretty shade of gold. So I'm going to use the same Makeup Revolution palette. This one is the Iconic Fever palette. So this is what I've been using. I'm going to use this very first shade. It's like a champagne-ish gold color. So it's like right in the middle of gold and champagne. So I'm going to use that. Let's see what brush I want to use. Use that. I'm going to use another Eco Tools brush. This one's really small. I'm going to use this right in the brow. I'm going to use this one for the brow. So we're going to go right up in the, just a little highlight. Most of the shades I've used so far has been matte, except for right under the eye. That's the only shimmer I've used so far. So just a little something. Just a little something. Now if you feel like your highlighter is not bright enough, make sure you spritz your brush. Just a little spritz. Spritzy spritz. You could also use a little sponge brush. I have one from Real Techniques. This one works really well. Let me just show you really fast because I could go a little brighter. Because of how much product it picks up, it really can pack on the color. So, but I guess I'll use the same brush. I'll use this for the inner corner. So we're gonna put it a little bit right up here. I think I brought that brow color a little too far in. All right, so just take it and just pat it on. See how pretty that is? Bring you in just a little bit more so you can see. Good morning, Becky! Oh my gosh, Becky, look at her butt! It's so big. She looks like one of those rap stars' girlfriends. These Makeup Revolution palettes are so nice. The only ones I don't like are the ones that come in the solid black packaging where the lids are black too. I don't like those. They're not very pigmented. I mean, like, these palettes are beautiful. Beautiful. And they're only $7. So, they're cheaper. They're cheaper than the other ones. Alright. So, if you feel like you got a little crazy with this, you can always go back in. Okay. So, let me just sweep away some of this glitter I got all over the place. Zoom you back out. Alright, so pretty much I'm done with eyeshadow now. What I'm going to do next is sorry. Remember this palette I showed you earlier? So I'm going to use a highlighter out of here. This is a Profusion palette. So we have the bronzer, which is the one I used today, and then you have 3 shades right here. So I'm going to go with, let's see. Oh, I just rubbed my finger in both. I'm going to go with the lighter one. We're going to go with this one. Okay. Ooh. Oh, wow. I'm glad I tapped that off. Alrighty then. That was a nice bright highlight, isn't it? Holy cow. I'm really surprised. Look how pretty that is. Okay. Alright, Profusion, I see you. Now when you're doing highlight, make sure you don't bring it down too far. You got to be careful because with your pores, if you have large pores, that highlight will totally accent those pores. So you've got to be careful. Don't bring it down too low. Some people will bring it up and around. I don't normally do that, but it looks really good on some people. All right. And be careful putting highlight. Yeah. Be careful putting highlight like all up here, because then it looks like snot. So if you're going to do your Cupid's bow, just do your Cupid's bow. Don't worry about doing the whole, all this. Like that to me looks crazy. Don't do all of that. Makes you want to go over there and wipe somebody's nose. Like, girl, you got a little snotty snot there. So if you're going to do it, just stay right about there. You don't want to go super high. So, I know some people will do the little ridges, you know, right there. And if you're going to do that, be precise and do that. So you don't look like you forgot to wipe your nose. Alright, so if you're looking at this picture, this is the picture I'm going off of. That's the picture. Alright, so you can see that she's got the blue eyeliner, which I will do, but I'm also going to do black. I'm going to keep the black really close to the lash line, and then I'll just use the blue for the wing. Well, it's going to cross for the wing. Let me set my face first, so I'm not touching all of my face, doing my eyeliner and lashes and all. I'm going to use a different setting spray today. I need to use up some of these setting sprays that I have sitting around here. A bunch of them. This is a dewy one. This is from a brand called Bonita. It's like super cheap. We'll find out if it works or not. Oh my gosh, it comes out like super hard. I'm trying to use it up, so. Bye! Get you some sleep, girl. What you doing here? What you doing over here? You should be getting some rest. Hey, Kim. Thank you. That is, Kimby is, we call her Kimby, it's Kimberly. Kimby is, in a nutshell, she's my sister-in-law. In a nutshell, she's not Joe's sister. She's my sister's sister-in-law. So, we all grew up together, basically. She's been around since she was in, like, middle school or high school or something. So, play. Alright, let me put some lip moisturizer on because I forgot before I get to that part. So at least my lips will be not dry. Alright, a little bit of this stuff on. I don't like using the tube straight on the lip because I feel like it makes it dirty. So I always like just use my finger to get some of it. That way I don't have like foundation or anything stuck on the tube, and it always looks nice and clean. I'm so OCD about my makeup. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off. I'm going to put a little bit of eyeliner at the bottom. I'm going to use my Because gel liner. This one I found that, well, this and the long-lasting one stays in place too, but this is very bright and vivid. Yes, ma'am, we are. Yes, ma'am. I'm not bringing it all the way over. I kind of stop where the highlighter is starting. If you have an eyeliner at home and you feel like your eyeliner runs, set it with a, if it's black, set it with a black eyeshadow. And usually that will solve your problem. Usually. I think I want to wear a new pair of lashes today. I'm not opening one. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the blue eyeliner. Now here's the trick, because I need to get an eyeliner brush. Or I'm going to get my detail brush that I showed you guys earlier. Using a pencil for a wing can be difficult to do. So you want to make sure that, I'll show you how I do it when I get to the wing part. There's a couple of things you can do. You can either tape it off and use tape to get you a straight line, or you can use a pencil. I mean, a pencil. You can use a brush, and I'll show you what that means in a second. Like, what? How do you use a brush on a pencil? Hold on, girl. I'm going to show you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to make sure that I've got to sharpen this first to make sure I get a nice sharp line. All right. I don't sell Unique, but this is a Unique pencil. Okay. Let me just bring you guys in just a little bit. Oh. I've done her makeup. I did do it live on Facebook. This is a really beautiful shade of blue, y'all. Yeah, you gotta find it. I'll see if I can find it and tag you in it. Okay, so remember, I'm gonna do a line of black eyeliner really close to the lash line. So you kind of really need to go a little thick with this, which is not hard to do because it's a pencil. So here's the trick. When you do your wing, what you want to do is you take your little brush. This is one of that detail brush I was telling you about. So you just take it and you just get some, girl. Get some. Get you some. Okay, so you coat your brush real good. And then you just go in. Because it's hard to get a nice sharp wing on a pencil. It really is. Yeah. A lot of people are. That's why I've decided to make sure that I do lives on YouTube too, because we're finding a lot more people are getting mad at Facebook for all of the videos that, like they keep getting kicked out when they're trying to watch the video. There's so many things that go wrong with Facebook Live. I'm just like, it's over it. Yeah, this is a really pretty blue. I like this. I like it a lot. Alright, so now you got a wing using a pencil. It's not as hard as you think it is to do. You just have to be patient. And make sure you have a nice, smooth eyeliner. This is a nice, bright, vivid blue eyeliner. It's hard to find ones that go on really smooth like that. That is bright and vivid like that. So this is, I don't sell Unique, but this is a Unique pencil. So make sure if you want to find it, find somebody that sells Unique. If you need a recommendation, I have friends that sell Unique, and I can point you in the direction of one of them. Yeah, what you can do is you just look at your eyebrows. Look at the ends of your eyebrows. If you point it in the direction of the end, it kind of gives you a good reference point. So that way they're not pointed in different directions. Yeah. Okay, so I think we got the blue. Make sure I'm happy with the shape. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, so now I'm going to take a black eyeliner, and you got to have one with a really sharp point. Really sharp point. I'm going to use this is the Kat Von D tattoo liner. This has got a really nice sharp point on it, so I'm going to use that just to go right along the lash line. This is just to help the lashes look a little thicker than what they are. I'm not doing the wing with this, I'm just going along the lash line. Alright, so see how that just made the lash line look a little thicker? So you just got to make sure that you're not covering up your blue eyeliner. Keep it nice and thin. This also helps to reinforce the shape of your eye. Anytime you use an eyeliner, it helps to reinforce the shape of your eye. Like, that's why I feel like I can't even leave the house without eyeliner sometimes, because I feel like my eyes look so bland and dreamy. Just like, I feel like I look like a zombie. Okay, done. Alright, so next up we're going to go ahead and get some mascara on this lash line, and then what I'm going to do is open a new pack of lashes, which I kind of need to go get them. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom you out. I didn't do much today. There we go. Zoom you in a little bit. I can't ever get it perfect. Okay. Alright, so I got this out of one of my boxes that I bought, Soap and Glory. This is the Thick and Fast High Definition mascara. I don't know what qualifies to make it high definition. I have no idea. I know that the brush kind of sucks because the bristles are like V-shaped. You can see that. So what are you doing today, Kimberly? To the bottom lash line now. Not a lot. Not a whole lot at all. More than I did the day before, but definitely wasn't a lot at all. I didn't go to bed till after midnight. I was up at 5 a.m. again. Oh, I got that in my eye. I hate the way these bristles are shaped. There's like one side is, or two of the sides is V-shaped, so some of the bristles are longer, so if you're not paying attention, you don't realize it, but you stab yourself in the eye with them, which I just did. And I got some mascara right there. But if you get mascara where it's not supposed to go, let it dry before you mess with it, because if you try to mess with it, I didn't do the bottom. If you try to mess with it before it's dry, then all you do is end up smearing it. This is not a great mascara. I'm just using it because I paid for it and I need to get it used so I can get rid of it. I mean, it lengthens a little, but it feels very like vinyl-like. Like it makes my lashes shiny. I don't like that. I'm like, come on. Every lash counts. Especially when you don't have any. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go with the second coat on the bottom. I only do one coat on the top because I wear falsies. So. But my bottom lashes, they need so much control. In it, so it helps with lengthening. Any of you guys can, and if so, what was your experience there? And did you guys see that all over the news? And all over YouTube land? There were so many people like screaming they wanted a refund. There were people passing out from the heat. It was crazy. So VidCon is a very big event that YouTube, like, there's a, they do it, it's an annual event. They invite a bunch of YouTube creators out, and they go, and, like, their fans can meet them, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's kind of expensive, but they give you, like, this huge goodie bag full of stuff. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. Well, Tana Mojo, who is a YouTube person, she also does, like, music or whatever, 20-year-old girl. I mean, she brings in some money, but she's very irresponsible. She went to VidCon last year, and they did not feature her, and they ended up making her leave because she was causing such a problem. And anyway, so she told people that she was going to get back at VidCon for not featuring her as one of the main people or whatever. So she was going to have TanaCon. Anyway, she throws this together in a matter of months, and she said, oh, I'm gonna make it free, which it wasn't free. She ended up charging for VIP tickets, which allows you to talk to the creators. Anyway, people ended up not even getting in, and a lot of people got sunburnt. One person was rolled out on a stretcher because of the extreme conditions. They were standing out in line hours. One person was said to be out there for 8 hours standing in line. Never even made it in because they shut down the event before they let anybody in. And that's after standing out for 8 hours. I mean, it was just a clown show. It was so crazy. If you go on YouTube and just type in TanaCon disaster or whatever, there's so many people that's done videos on it because of the crap that happened. Some people were so badly sunburned. I feel so bad for them. They were so badly sunburned. I mean, it looked like third-degree burns. It was so bad. So bad. And Shane Dawson, who's a huge YouTuber, was trying to, like, dig into it to find out whose fault it was, you know? And so he's done a 3-part series. This morning I was watching that before I went live. I watched the first episode of it, so I'm going to watch the other 2 when I get done here to figure out, like, what he found out. Like, he even interviewed Tana herself. She says she takes responsibility, but she never does that. Let me grab some lashes. Hold on. So I have some red, white, and blue lashes I thought maybe I could use tomorrow with my cut crease look that I'm going to do. So I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, when you get a chance, look up TanaCon. You know, she put together a little goodie bag. She said it was going to be free. It wasn't free, and people had to end up paying. But she put together this, like, goodie bag of, like, crap. It was like stickers, and she had a condom in there, and it said Tana condom on it. I'm like, that is so tacky. I mean, it was just like the cheapest of the cheapest stuff that you could possibly get. I mean, people were so offended. They're like, dude, you swore you were gonna show up. Girl, is that what it says? Heck yeah, let's drink lots of coffee. Live your best life, right? Heck yeah. Alright, these are some Purr lashes. I don't know if these are the ones that came in BoxyCharm or if these are the ones that I got from, like, I had points on my Morphe account from referring friends, and so I ordered a pair of lashes and I don't remember which ones. I think these might be, let me see, what are they called? Yeah, I think these are the ones that came in BoxyCharm. I had already used up mine. I think Rose, my friend Rose, gave me these because she doesn't wear lashes. I'm like, yay, give me all your lashes. I will take them. They're beautiful. Alright, I'm going to need to trim these up. That's cool, though. I didn't know drinking coffee would extend your life. Heck yeah. Bring it on. Bring on the coffee. It says you can wear these for up to 30 uses, I think it says. It says up to 30 wears, but you know, if you, because they are expensive, so if you pay for them, I mean, it's kind of gets pricey. But if you take really good care of them, you can wear them for a long time. I've worn lashes for a whole month before. Cheap ones, too. It just depends on how you take care of them. Alright, let me see if these are going to be, before I put glue. There's the band right there. Band right there. I think these are a good length. Okay. Several cups a day can extend your... Okay, well, I drink that cup. I've already filled up twice, and I still have a little bit more, so I wonder if that counts. Let's define cup, shall we? Is this the scientific term of the size, or... And then people are also saying that it stunts growth. So it's like, okay, so you're gonna be short, but you're gonna live longer. Like, okay then. All right. Does it matter which lash goes where? They almost look identical. Okay. So I think I'm going to do raffles on my business page. What do you think? Should I just go ahead and do them? I have so much cool stuff I need to sell. So I think they said if you have a business, you can do the raffle, but you have to be clear on who can get on. But so they said something too about... Okay, I think I'll do that. Make sure you're on my business page, right, on Facebook, Live with Lois. While that glue gets tacky, let's go ahead and play with some lips. I need a red. Really red. I don't think I'm going to use a lip primer today. I'm just going to put the red on. Let me find my red lipstick, girl. Alright. Red. Oh, goodness. Lava is really pretty, but I don't like the texture. Let's see. This one's really pretty. Oh wait, I have an Urban Decay one that I really like. Urban Cat Silver. Oh, here we are. Okay. That's really pretty. Okay, hold on. That's red too. Crimson and Rocksteady. I only have 3. I thought I had more. Okay. Alright, so I have Crimson and Rocksteady. So I'm thinking Crimson, this one at the bottom. Okay. So, should I go ahead and put the rhinestone? Like she has in her picture, under the eye. Ah. It's like sticking. Okay. These lashes are pretty because they're not super thick, but they're nice and long. I like that they have different length lashes. That's pretty too. Because they look a little more natural than some of those super thick bands. And even though it has a black band, it's not like a super thick one. And I like that the band is curved. But the real test of time is when you take it off. Is the band going to remain curved? So that's one of the questions you ask yourself when you find yourself wearing false lashes. Like, does the integrity of the band seem to disintegrate after your first wear? That is so annoying because you're like, you have a really great curved band your first wear, and then after that it's like they're floppy. They're like floppy and flimsy. I hate that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do lipstick, and then I'll go find me a jewel to put under the eye. I really like this lip liner a lot. Thank you. Yeah, let us know how it goes. You'll be fine. This is the one. See the blue eyeliner and the red. I'm doing the cut crease one tomorrow. This is one that Nikki Tutorials did. Yeah. It's this one. Come on. There we go. This is the blue eye. I don't know. It's more like a neutral eye with a blue eyeliner. It's got like a reddish. It's not completely red, but under the eye. This is more one that you can wear like an everyday one, or a little more subtle so people will be a little more comfortable with wearing it. So I wanted to do it today so that way if somebody needed to look for tomorrow, they'll have one. Because I really don't think anybody's going to want to do the cut crease one I'm doing tomorrow. And I know the cut crease look I'm doing tomorrow is really crazy, but I'm also going to be wearing red, white, and blue lashes with it. So you want to check that out tomorrow. It's going to be crazy. Crazy. Alright. Yeah. I totally just got blue. That was on the brush. This lip liner is so pretty, you literally could wear it for lipstick. I'll be on Facebook tomorrow, guys. is a really pretty lip liner, for real. Like, you can't even see through the lip liner, so it goes on like a lipstick. So this is the color Crimson from the Urban Decay. It is a waterproof liquid lipstick, so we'll be the judge of that, right? Okay. Oh, it's so pretty, look. I'm so sad that they stopped selling these lipsticks. They were very nice. You know, I'm a lines person, and that line is not straight, so it's driving me nuts. My lines have to be straight. There we go. I got it! Okay. We're done. And I do like that it dries down matte, so the bottom lip is dry because I didn't add any more to it, but it dries down nice and matte. If you don't like it super matte like that, then you can take a gloss over it, which is, I do notice on Nikki Tutorials does that a little bit. So, but this is it for today's look. It does have the blue. See, I got the blue. I got the blue up in there. So a little more subtle if you need something red, white, and blue. Oh, I forgot the rhinestone. Hold on. Hold on, girl. Let me get the rhinestone. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to... I'll use a small one. Let's see. The rhinestone. Ah. Let's see. Let me get some glue. I'll use a different glue. This one, I got to use one with an applicator on it. Right there. Right there. Alright. Let me grab me a rhinestone. There we go. There you go. Complete. Done, done, done. Alright. Drop a rhinestone. Okay. What do you think? Now it's your turn to do it. I love bling too. I do. And this looks a lot like, remember the bracelet I was showing you at the beginning of the video? The bracelet that's this color of the rhinestones, and like I bought it twice, so if you look at the rhinestone how it shines off different colors, so this one, this bracelet, I don't know why it's not focusing. Focus. Is it trying to look at the tag? I don't know. Well, you can see it shines off different colors. So this bracelet's really pretty, and it's similar to those stones, but I have a necklace, and I just bought a set of earrings that match that. And so the bracelet, I was like looking. I knew I had the bracelet somewhere, and I just couldn't find it, so I purchased it again. and I found it over. I've got one over my jewelry thing from where I purchased one, and then I have this one that was been here the whole time. But see how matte it dries down? It says that this is waterproof, and look, it is transfer proof. It is a good lipstick. I'm so sad that they discontinued these lipsticks. But alright guys, let me get off of here. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget, tomorrow I will be on Facebook, so make sure you find me over there. If the subscribe button is still red, make sure you hit that so you don't miss my uploads. And also there is a bell. If you don't tap the bell, which makes no sense, you should be able to subscribe and get all of the notifications, but it's not true. It doesn't happen. Make sure that you hit the bell and change your notifications to all, so you do get them all. So, but that's it for today, guys. I will see you in the morning. Mwah! Bye!